The man in Magritte's The Son of Man has confused viewers for 60 years, his features forever sealed by a floating green fruit. But the apple isn't just a clever trick, its presence is a deliberate act of concealment. Why did René Magritte create a painting where the central figure's identity is both right in front of us and permanently out of reach? The answer is stranger than you think, and the truth behind this obscured face is not what anyone expects. The reason for the apple's perfect placement is no accident. Magritte painted it himself, ensuring that the fruit's bright green skin would eclipse just enough. Never too much, never too little. The figure is a man in a suit, his bowler hat casting a familiar silhouette, yet his most human feature is erased. But why? Magritte himself once confessed, "Everything we see hides another thing." The apple answers one question, what hides the face, but exposes a new mystery. Why choose a green apple, an object so ordinary, to stand between us and recognition? What does this fruit mean, and what is Magritte daring us to see or not see? The bowler hat is the key to the painting's silent tension. In 19th century Europe, the bowler was the icon of the middle class, safe, respectable, anonymous. Magritte used it again and again, almost obsessively in his art. The hat sits perfectly atop the man's head, a badge of order in a world gone surreal. But here it doesn't reveal status. It's an armor, hiding, not highlighting, the man beneath. The hat's shadow falls in a precise arc, almost merging with the apple's outline. Is Magritte mocking the so-called respectability of the everyday? Or is he hinting that our public masks are just as artificial as floating fruit? The bowler hat reassures, then unsettles. But if the hat is a mask, then why does the apple disturb us even more? Gravity itself is broken by the apple. It hovers impossibly, never falling, never budging, an object out of time and space. Apples since Eden have meant forbidden knowledge, temptation, the bite that changed everything. But this apple refuses to be eaten. Its leaves are fresh, almost alive, yet it hovers like a barrier. Magritte once said that he painted the familiar to make it strange. Here, the apple is both a wall and a lure. It interrupts the man's form, severing the connection between face and viewer. Was Magritte inspired by the biblical apple? Maybe. But his own mother drowned when he was just 14, her face covered by her nightdress when she was found, an image that haunted him for life. Could the apple be his own wall, a way to keep trauma at bay? Or does it tempt us to look for something that simply isn't there? The suit and tie bring the painting back to earth. Every line of the jacket is neat, the red tie perfectly knotted. The clothing is businesslike, almost cold, an armor of normalcy. But the red tie is like a drop of blood in a black and white photograph, a jolt of danger or rebellion. In 1964, when Europe was rebuilding from war, the suit was the uniform of those trying to reassert order. Magritte's man is both anyone and no one, his posture stiff, his presence almost mechanical. The suit cloaks him in anonymity, yet the apple mocks his efforts to appear composed. Is the suit his prison or his disguise? Does it protect him from the world or isolate him from it? The tension grows. What's more unsettling, the surreal apple or the flawless mask of conformity? Beyond the man, the sea and sky stretch endlessly. The horizon is calm, almost too still, as if holding its breath. The clouds hang low, neither stormy nor serene, but somewhere in between, a world paused. Magritte's backgrounds are never random. He used horizons to hint at things just out of reach, mysteries lurking where sky meets water. Here, the ocean could be a metaphor for the subconscious, smooth on the surface, but infinite and unknowable below. The painting invites you to step past the man, to peer into the vastness behind him. But the sea doesn't answer back. It's a silent witness, amplifying the sense that something is hidden not just in the painting, but in ourselves. What's beyond the edge of this world? What secrets do we refuse to let surface? The secret origin of the Son of Man is itself a story of things hidden. In 1928, more than 30 years before the famous painting, Magritte painted a self-portrait, his own face half submerged in shadow and obscured by everyday objects. He was obsessed with what it meant to be seen, but not understood. When he returned to the theme in 1964, he added the green apple, transforming autobiography into enigma. Magritte battled depression and loss, and his art became his shield. He once said, "To be surrealist means banishing the notion of the already seen." The Son of Man is not just a puzzle for us, it was a puzzle for Magritte himself. How much of his own pain and confusion did he hide behind that fruit? Was he painting himself, or all of us? And then, the most disturbing question: why does hiding a face feel so wrong? Psychologists say that when we can't see someone's eyes, our brains panic. We lose empathy, we lose connection. The apple is not just a distraction, it's a psychic barrier. The man becomes an object, not a person. We want to know him, but we never will. This triggers a deep, almost primal discomfort. Identity, after all, is supposed to be seen, understood, labeled. But Magritte rips that certainty away. Is identity something fixed, or is it forever shifting, forever obscured? Does hiding the face protect the self, or imprison it? The more you look, the less you know, and yet you can't look away. The Son of Man went viral before viral was even a word. The image has shown up everywhere, in movies like The Thomas Crown Affair, on album covers, in cartoons, advertisements, memes. Every time the face is hidden, every time the apple wins. But why does this image refuse to die? Because Magritte wasn't just painting a man, he was painting a question. What are we hiding from others and from ourselves? What is lost when we trade authenticity for safety, or mystery for mask? Decades later, the painting's legacy is deeper than any one interpretation. It's a challenge to keep looking, to keep asking, to never accept the surface as the answer. The secret behind the apple? It's the impossibility of ever knowing. Magritte built a painting you can't solve, a mystery that grows each time you look. The final twist: Magritte painted his own wife, Georgette, in a similar pose, her face also partly hidden. For Magritte, love itself was a secret, something to be protected and preserved. The man behind the apple is all of us, masked by the ordinary, haunted by what we'll never see. In a world obsessed with revealing everything, the Son of Man whispers that some faces are meant to remain unknown. Art endures not because it tells the truth, but because it refuses to. Magritte's green apple will hover forever, daring you to look closer, and promising that just beyond your reach, something essential will always remain hidden.